Hi guys, I'm going to get ready for work, so I thought I'd bring you along. I'm going to use some Vaseline on my skin to moisturize. This Vaseline seems to work for me. I know it's not for everybody, and I know a lot of people might come on here and say it clogs your pores, but it's not clogging my pores. It actually makes my face look very like glowy throughout the day. Probably greasy, but it works for me. I wish I was monetized already because I could totally do a commercial for Vaseline, but I don't have enough watch hours and I don't have enough subscribers. So yeah, I'm just going to bring you along with me while I apply my makeup. And just for reference, I'm applying makeup on mature skin. I have sagging jowls and I have some wrinkles on my forehead that I want to fill. I put the Vaseline on. I'm also going to use this e.l.f. Primer and the pores right here in my nose. I have really big pores right there on my nose, and I have some small pores here on my cheeks. I'm just going to fill those in, and I have a scar here on my forehead, so I kind of want to fill that in as well. So I use this e.l.f. primer, and you kind of just pack it in there so that when you apply your foundation, it goes on smooth. I'm going to lift my eyebrows. Yeah, so that's what my face looks before my foundation. So for my foundation, I'm going to use this CC cream. Oh, it's not a foundation actually. It's a color correcting full coverage CC cream. It has SPF 50 in it, and I'm going to use my beauty blender to tap in my foundation. And this foundation kind of, it's full coverage, but what it does for me is it just evens my skin tones so that basically, you know, every area of skin on my face looks the same color. Yeah. I also put it on my eyelids in this area here. So what I do for my skin, I don't really like it to look too cakey, but I use the Urban Decay all-nighter to set the foundation. That dry for a second. I'm gonna put on a little bit of eyeshadow. So I have hooded eyelids, and hooded eyelids are basically eyelids that don't show much skin because this skin here covers it. So see all that skin that lays over my eyelid? I don't have much eyelid, this part that shows the eyeshadow. So I just use one color and I pack it in here, and then I just blend it and bring it up, and then I leave this part of my eyebrow clear of eyeshadow. That's just the way I do it because there's no point in like a cut crease or two different colors on my eyelids because you can't see it. So I'm gonna use probably this brown. Let me find a brush. I'm just gonna use this brush. So I'm just gonna put the eyeshadow like the darkest color here, just like that. And then I'm gonna use the rest and kind of blend it up, kind of like just like that. I'm 52 years old, so I have mature skin and my eyelids sag more now, but I do my best to try to not look like a 52-year-old all the time. And what I mean by that is just because I'm 52 years old doesn't mean I have to look like I. So I'm gonna set my eyeshadow with the all-nighter spray. I do have to fill in a little bit of my eyebrows because see there's hair here, but it's really light over here on the outer part of my eyebrows. So with my beauty blender, I'm gonna remove, if I got any type of foundation on my eyebrows, I'm gonna remove that with beauty blender. So I just take this pencil and just follow my eyebrow line and kind of fill it in, going outwards though, and just making them more even. Yeah, just like that. Can you tell? Sometimes they're not exact, but as I'm putting my makeup on, I can fix it. So I'm going to take my beauty blender and underneath my eyes, just in case I got any eyeshadow fallout underneath my eye. Okay, that's what I'm looking like right now. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush that has like a flat angle, and I'm going to do a little bit of contour. This is a Charlotte Tilbury palette, and with the flare out brush, I'm going to just add a little bit of contour here on my cheek temples. I like to give me a little bit of color back, and that brings my cheeks up a little bit. Because when you put the foundation on and you're all one color, it your face is basically like just one shape. It's not like your cheeks aren't contoured out, or you know, your features. It's kind of just kind of like a blank sheet of paper. Okay, so that's how I apply my contour. And then I have this pink blush from Maybelline, and I have like a little, it's really small. I'm gonna use this for my blush, and I tap that and I add my blush to the top of my cheeks. And the reason why I do that is because if you were in the sun and the sun was baking on you, this part of your cheek right here is what gets red. It doesn't get red here because this part of your face, this part of your cheek right kind of covers this area from the sun. So I'm just gonna add that there, and I'm gonna add a little bit here as well. Again, just to give me a little more color here. And I do put it on the top of my nose. I don't contour my nose, but I do add a little bit of blush because, again, if the sun was beating on my face, it would make my nose red and this part of my cheeks red or pink. That's what my makeup is looking like so far. What I don't like is these jowls. Horrible. I'm gonna try to hide them a little bit like that. So after I spray my face, this is not gonna look so it's not gonna look so separated because this actually blends your makeup when you spray it on your face. So I'm gonna spray my face again before I put any mascara on because I want what I have on my face set. And then I'm going to take this eyeliner. This is from Maybelline as well. Oh, this is so good on your lash line. Put that on black. So it blends so good. I'm gonna show you. I just put that on my lash line. Can't see me yet. Like that. I'm gonna wear red lipstick. So I'm just gonna use this liner from Revlon. This goes so smooth. That's just a liner. I want the liner to stain my lips. So now I'm going to add a little mascara. I don't know if I want to put on, I'm gonna put on a little bit of mascara. Give me a second because I need to get going here. And if you haven't tried this matte mascara, it works so good for small lashes. It has a tiny little brush and it gets all of my tiny little hairs. I have no eyelash. Just poked my eye with that mess I made. I'm just gonna put like 1 or 2 coats because I'll fix. But I'm just gonna put 1 or 2 coats because as I get older, I don't like the way mascara, when it dries, it makes my eyes look bad. This lipstick is from Revlon as well, and these are Color Stay Satin Ink. They're supposed to last all day. I just had to remove a little bit of the eyebrow pencil from right here because it wasn't matching. And then, so another thing I'm gonna do, lift my face, some concealer. With this, I'm just going to use like a makeup wipe and wipe that off, and then I'll put concealer on. So let me do my bottom. Look, I have no eyelashes. So that's how I apply my makeup. Not a big deal. I'm going to do my hair really quick. So this video is 20 minutes. It takes 20 minutes for me to apply my makeup. I'm going to do my hair. I think it takes about 10 minutes for me to do my hair. And I get makeup on my hair, my hairline. So I'm going to take a makeup wipe and clean that up as well. As soon as I'm done. Here is the curling iron. Clamp it. Roll it. I'm probably not curling my hair right. I'm old school. I haven't learned that new technique yet. How to curl your hair. Cut that upside down. So that's all I do. But do you see how my face, I put Vaseline on, and do you see how my face like is just kind of glowy or dewy? I mean, you can leave a comment and say that it looks greasy. I don't care. That would be cool if you left a comment. I'm new at YouTube. Most importantly, I would love for you to subscribe. I have 2 adult daughters. One is 35 and the other one is 31, almost 32. You would think I'd know how to do hair a little bit better. I'm new to YouTube, by the way. In my previous video, I mentioned how hard it was to push record, you know, and start sharing my life. I had been contemplating this for 10 years. When I turned 40, my husband said, you should record on YouTube. You should record on YouTube and make a YouTube channel for 40-year-olds. So it's taken me 10 years to gain courage, but I think, you know, maybe you get courage with age. You're either born with it or you have to, you have to not care, I guess, about what people think. And that was me my whole life. I always, did something because of what, read that text. I was just always afraid. I was afraid of what people would think. And now that I'm 50, I don't care. Like, oh my god, how funny she's on YouTube. She's like, posting how she does her hair. Or if you want to post how you do your hair, post how you do your hair. If you want to post how you do your makeup, post how you do your makeup. Because YouTube is the new TV. No one watches TV anymore. YouTube is the new TV. So you are probably going to relate to someone. So this is what I have so far. And bring this this. I want a little bit of volume, so I just bring my curling iron up and then gives me volume. But that's what one side looks like. Let me go ahead and flip that. This is a wet brush detangler. It helps detangle all without pulling. How frizzy it is right there at the edge. This is my 52-year-old face. I made cookies last night. Actually, I didn't make cookies. I made cookie dough last night because I like to make cookies for the holidays, but I don't like to make the cookie dough and bake the cookies on the same day because it's a lot of work. Because you gotta make the cookie dough, so you have to bring out all of the ingredients. You gotta make the cookie dough and then, set the oven, bake the cookies, let them cool, and wash all the dishes. So if I just bake my dough ahead of time, all I'm doing is baking my dough, forming the cookies in little balls, and washing the dishes, put them in the freezer, and when I'm ready to bake, the cookies are done. And I have chocolate chip cookies, I have peanut butter cookies, I have white chocolate chip chocolate cookies, I have sugar cookies. And so when all the dough is already prepared for me, which that's a lot of baking, when you put 5 different cookies in the oven and wait for them to bake, that's a lot of time. And usually I'm doing something like that after I clean my house or after work. So if baking is something you like to do, but you don't do it because of the whole process, you might want to prepare your dough ahead of time, and then when you're ready to bake, all of your cookie dough is ready for you, and then that's all you have to do. Or another good thing about having frozen cookie dough is if you just feel like having a cookie, you can bake 2 or 3 cookies and you have homemade cookies. And I'm going to take a little bit of hair because I want to put some volume in it, so it just lifts that up a little. I'm going to get a wipe of your hair. So to clean my hairline, everyone gets hair here. I just clean it up with a wipey, and then honestly, I feel like just wiping my whole face. Bit of the day, I just have these cargo denim pants on with the blue top, and then my hair's done, my makeup is done. Yeah, wanted to bring you along with me while I, put my makeup on, because I don't always look like an old. Actually, what I'm going to do is clean this up a little bit and blend that and blend here and then blend here to make it softer. And then I'm going to take my brush that's like residual eyeshadow and just go over my eyeshadow one more time, bringing that up, and then I'm going to spray. So if you want to see more videos like this, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll bring you along with me the next time I put my makeup on. See you next time.